All right. So I got cut off before, but I'm just going to show one more thing. So something to note is that sometimes you'll have missing values in areas such as room ser- room service that has like a certain amount of how much each passenger spent in this ship. Now, there's a few ways to deal with this. If there's not too many missing values, if it's not like a large chunk, you can just insert the mean value for that specific item for the column. And the benefit of that, whatever, is it's not going to interfere with the general values that you get when you're trying to do something. Median is another option, and that's gonna keep it like close to the average if you ever like searching for that, or if you ever have to use it for something else. But one other thing of note, though, is that sometimes there'll be multiple missing values, and in that case, if you're working with a larger document set, because like this has like maybe like 100 rows, but in a real setting, you might be dealing with a few thousand or more than that. In that situation, you would maybe want to get rid of that row because it not gonna be particularly useful. It's gonna maybe mess with your charts. It's maybe gonna mess with any machine learning that you do if you're trying to use a sheet like this for that. And honestly, if you're feeding it to the most likely scenario where you're feeding it to AI for purposes of having it have a knowledge check of some kind, um, it's not going to be great for that either because you want the information to be as clean as possible. So I'm just going to do one more thing where I am going to go ahead and remove, just using a more classic method that you might be familiar with, uploading your document into something like ChatGPT. Then I would say remove any rows that have multiple missing values. And then if only one value is missing, insert median or where possible. And I'm just going to go ahead and press enter. It's going to sift through. Now, one extra thing I will note is that say that you have a missing value in somewhere like a true or false category. Now, obviously, using a mean is not exactly an option there. An alternative in that situation would be to use mode because it's gonna just throw in the most frequent value, and that's the main way that you could deal with that, or a non-numerical column in general. So I just wanted to throw that in there too. While this is while this is going on. There's definitely a lot more cleaning that you could do, and there's a lot of ways that you can go about exploring it, but we're not gonna cover that to to like a larger extent, just because this is just meant to be like a little bit of a primer for you to get like your feet wet with everything. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. Um, but this should give you an idea, and we're definitely going to be using this for. Oh, sweet. So it's cleaning 102 rows. So luckily the GPT is very communicative and is telling you like what's going on with everything. And it's telling you like I mentioned, non-numeric columns are unchanged because obviously the media is not going to deal with that in that situation. And yeah, so we're going to be using these concepts for like a later project. So keep this a little bit in the back of your head. We're going to run you through like a little bit more programming and a little bit of other fun stuff in the later modules. But that's it. Have a good time. Have a good day.